This year's tournament was one of the most closely contested tournaments in years for the association. 4 teams, including Bradley's own, out of the 74 competing, spoke it out in the final rounds Monday evening. Bradley finished 4th, but 2 of the speech team members brought home national titles, bringing Bradley's total to 158 individual national championships. 4 members also ranked as the top 20 overall speakers in the nation. The speech team will soon head to the University of Wisconsin EAU Clare for the national championship.
And with the tournament being held here, you may have seen some new faces around campus. One face, however, may have been more recognizable. Sean McGinnis has more.
One of Bradley's most notable alums returned to campus for the first time in 35 years this week to accept the Distinguished Alumni Award from the speech team for his contribution to the arts. You may know him as the janitor from Scrubs, Mike Heck in The Middle, Katie Heron's dad in Mean Girls, or one of his many other roles, but to Bradley, he's just Neil Flynn. On Monday, Neil took the time to hold an open Q&A session that was available to all Bradley students. Flynn took advantage of questions to reflect on his own career and offer advice for those wishing to make it big time.
You can have all the talent in the world, but you still need luck. And however that luck presents itself. Just because you're talented doesn't mean you're going to be lucky enough to get on, because you don't know until the boat's on the water how far it's going to go.
After offering his insight of Hollywood to the crowd, students and fans alike lined up for a picture with Neil.
Could you look at me like I'm crazy?
Who was happy to play along. From the Hartman Center for BUTV News, I'm Sean McGinnis.
Microsoft's Skype application has been infiltrated by ransomware, a hacking method where you lose access to your files until you pay the hacker. While using Skype, a pop-up window will encourage you to update your Flash Player plugin. Clicking on the fake window will then send you to a fake Adobe site that appears legitimate, but it is not. This ransomware affects Windows computers in particular. If you suspect that your computer has been targeted, contact the Technology Help Desk in the library.
Big changes are in store for Bradley University. This summer, the school will embark on a 3-year construction project for the new engineering and business complex. The new 5-story building will hold 193 offices, 25 classrooms, and 46 specialized labs. The first phase starts by knocking down Baker Hall. As a result, several offices and classrooms will be moved on Bradley's campus starting next semester. The Dean of the Foster College of Business, Dr. Radner, explains where you can find these classrooms and offices.
And we have 4 classrooms in the Campus Town facility, plus 1 large conference room that also will be used as a classroom as needed. The faculty and staff offices will be in Campus Town. Okay. Some of the staff will be in the Peoria Next facility.
And thanks for the Bradley community for their cooperation thus far. For more information, check out Bradley's website.
This weekend, the Peoria Civic Center is hosting its annual Central Illinois Auto Show. Christina Cliver went to see how the setup's going for them.
The Peoria Metro New Car Dealers Association is proud to host the 28th annual Central Illinois Auto Show this week. The auto show is held at the Peoria Civic Center from Friday till Sunday.
Before over 300 cars can enter the showroom here, there's a lot of prep work that has to be done first. 50,000 feet of cables has to be laid down in order to power the cars to show off all its neat gadgets. Then another 100,000 feet of carpeting is laid down with some extra padding in certain places so people's feet don't get tired. All of this in preparation for the cars.
But how do the cars actually get into the showroom? I asked the president of the Central Illinois Auto Show how they do this.
The dealer does the prep, gets them clean, and then brings them on over. We drive them over. And so that's the most practical way to get that done. And then they go back to the area dealers that are kind of dispersed, and then you have a chance to buy them next week.
With over 300 cars that need moving, how long does this process take?
Believe it or not, we can get it done in one day if we have to. This year with the planning and the logistics, with what the Civic Center also has going on, it's a very active facility and there's always something happening. This year it's a one-day move-in. Some years it's a day and a half. So it has to kind of go in stages. You're not going to bring the cars that are in the front first. The cars that are in the back of the room, back of the house, are going to go first. So you have to do it, in plans, plan staging and have it done logistically and logically.
The auto show runs Friday through Sunday, starting at 12 on Friday and 11 on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday is also Family Day, where there's plenty of events for everyone, including the kids. Reporting in the Peoria Civic Center for BUTV News, I'm Christina Kleiber.
This week, Bradley held an event dedicated to autism awareness called Light It Up Blue.
The Bradley Student Education Association hosted the Light It Up Blue event for autism awareness. The event was held in the Student Center basement where students and faculty could learn about autism spectrum disorder. Participants also had the chance to participate in various activities such as line walking and learning sign language, as well as other sensory-focused activities. Each activity represented a different aspect of autism spectrum disorder and put the participants in the shoes of those who have this disorder. The president of the Bradley Student Education Association, Cassandra Whiteside, explained the significance of this event to Bradley's campus.
I think that everyone can benefit from learning how to work with someone who may be a little bit different and may have some sort of social challenges. So even if you aren't working directly with someone on the autism spectrum, you can always benefit from learning how to work well with other people.
Participants were also treated to sandwiches, chips, drinks, and a dessert at a low cost. Cassandra explains the reasoning behind this small fee.
Well, overall, we are hoping to raise money for the Children's Home in Peoria as well as Peoria Easter Seals, both of which are organizations that raise awareness and provide services for families and teachers, educators, and individuals on the autism spectrum.
Students and faculty who participated in the activities and achieved the highest score also had the chance to win a prize. I'm Adela Fashola for BUTV News.
Up next, what famous actor officially has a flopped movie under his belt?
Did you miss the concert with Bastille last night? We have the latest on it up next.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. If mend is no longer dishonest, anything that is mended is but patched. Then is the fool not tried? Why can't I do this? Okay, what's the next? He shall see. What remedy? Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay. An eye that I'm sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis?
Hey, are you excited for opening tonight?
Yeah, I'm really nervous though.
I think you're gonna be fine. I can't wait to come see it.
Thanks, are you coming tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually about to go down and get my ticket right now.
How observant are you? Do you see me walking down the halls? How about the sidewalk? Why do you insist that I'm not there? How observant are you? Do you notice that I don't belong? Do you notice that nobody cares? Do you notice that my life is worthless?
Not at all. But I notice you.
So, John, is it ever going to stop raining?
I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm about ready to melt, honestly.
Well, the end is in sight. This weekend will bring us some clear skies. However, we got to ride the storm out. There's going to be a little more rain today as well as on Thursday. We're going to actually flip it on over to the radars. We can take a look on what's going on. And as you can see, holy cow, we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So as you can see in this little pocket right here, that's where we are. And the rain that we had majority of yesterday as well as Monday, that's passing on over to our east. However, we can still see this large form of precipitation that is going to hit us, as well if you have family in Chicago or St. Louis, that'll hit that area as well. We can actually go take a look at the high-low pressure systems now and also get a gauge on what's going on. So as you can see all the way over here, that rain will clip us, but that's a little farther down the road. If you actually take a look over here, where I'm standing. So that is most of the rain that's gone past us. However, still up top in Illinois, that is going to clip us there, as I mentioned on Thursday. We can actually go take a look at the 5-day forecast so we can see what is coming down the road for us. So on Thursday, we got a high of 52, a low of 33. That should be the last of the rain before Friday and Saturday bring us some clear skies and a little bit warmer weather. Friday with 57 of a high and 68 of a high on Saturday. On Sunday, it jumps up to the 70s. We will get a little clouds, high of 75, low of 60. And on Monday, we have a high of 72 and a low of 49. We can actually throw it on over to Kiana Baylor with our entertainment news.
Shia LaBeouf's latest film may have set a record this weekend, but not one for the actor to be proud of. LaBeouf's war thriller Man Down opened in the United Kingdom at just one theater this past weekend, where the film sold just one single ticket. As the week continues, the movie now has sold 3 total tickets, but it may be the end of the film's UK run. The trailer for the chilling documentary on Heath Ledger's life was released earlier this week. The documentary, titled I Am Heath Ledger, gives an intimate look at the star's life with never-before-seen footage, all leading up to his death. The documentary also includes interviews with the people closest to Heath's life. The film is set to first debut at the Tribeca Film Festival, then a limited run in theaters and on Spike TV in May. Ledger would have turned 38 years old today.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling after Batman The Dark Knight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that was a great performance, but you guys have to see Casanova.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's really good in that
He
one.
did an amazing job.
We'll have to
I'll have
check
to check
that
it
out.
out.
If you missed the Bastille concert, no fear, we have a story just for you.
And find out what alumni team will be making a comeback coming up soon.
Hey, what's up? Do you want to come over and watch the debate tonight?
I don't really care what they have to say. So, no.
Well, don't you want to hear what they have to say before you vote?
Well, I'm not even registered to vote, so it doesn't matter to me.
Are you kidding me? Your vote matters now more than ever.
Is my one vote really going to make a difference? I mean, I don't even have time to register.
What? No, it's so easy to register right now. Seriously, there are some things that are a lot harder than registering to vote. Like getting out of bed in the morning. Or like cramming last minute for a midterm. Or trying to stop your latest TV binge. And, are you even listening to me?
Oh, while you were talking, I actually just registered to vote online. Turns out it's super easy.
Register to vote and find your local polling place at ova.elections.il.gov.
What should I say? Screw it. What if he doesn't see it? Will he care? It's taking too long. I need to call him. Nothing. No one.
We can all prevent suicide. Learn more at suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
Tonight, we go live to Bradley Hall with sophomore Reagan Jackson, the member of Bradley's Intellectual and Cultural Activities Committee. She will be telling us about the club's upcoming event, International Humanitarian Law and Refugees, the Case of Syria panel. And now, over to Sabrina.
Thanks, Jackie. Tonight I am here in Bradley Hall talking with Reagan Jackson. Reagan, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So Reagan, tell me a little bit about this event.
Well, one of the professors here, Dr. Jeannie Bukowski, is going to be moderating a panelist of 3 specialists on refugees, and she'll just be asking them questions that kind of come up regarding refugees in general, but also how the crisis in Syria specifically is going to is affecting the international community and kind of the policies that countries are having in response to it.
And why are you choosing these specific panelists to come to Bradley?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we had this guy named Kitaiba Adilbi come, and he's actually a refugee from Syria that was detained and tortured by Assad. And so it was really nice to see that personal perspective on it, but we're also looking for the intellectual and policy stance on it and just how it's really affecting the community in their laws and how countries are affecting it in just the international community. And so these 3 people that we've chosen are all experts in different ways on that kind of side of the issue.
And how long has this event been in the making?
Well, international humanitarian law runs a campaign every year, and so when we chose refugees around August, we started planning about right away, but the headway for this specific event in our sequence has been going on probably since December, like really with a lot of effort.
And is there a fee for students to get into this event?
No, it's really important to us that anyone can come and it be as available as possible. So we have all of our events completely free.
That's great. And is there a specific age demographic that you think is best for this event?
I would say that we're really trying to make sure that even though it is academic, it is still available for everyone. And I would say that probably college and above is the ideal demographic, but we have East Peoria High School is actively involved in a lot of things we do, but we also get involved with PAYWAC. So it really should have a broad audience just to educate everyone.
Great, and we have time for one last question. So what kind of impact do you hope this event will have on Bradley and the Peoria community?
Well, we're really trying to put a face to the refugee crisis, and so, just yesterday there was that gas attack in northern Syria, and so we want people to remember that these aren't just numbers and statistics, they're human beings with families and lives, and it's honestly not over. There's a lot of groundwork still to go and a lot of problems still to tackle, and so we want to bring awareness and the kind of love and compassion into this community.
Thank you so much, Reagan.
Thank you.
If you are interested in attending this event, it'll be this Wednesday in New Miller Hall, 7 to 9 p.m. Reporting live for BUTV News, I'm Sabrina Salvacion.
Well, there was some extra noise on the hilltop last night, and maybe you were there. BUTV's Sean McGinnis explains.
Each year, the ACBU hosts a concert at the Renaissance Coliseums that students are able to vote on earlier in the year. Even with Bradley being a small school, ACBU always pulls through with major artists. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, Wiz Khalifa, and Maroon 5, to name a few. Fans from Bradley and Central Illinois filled the Coliseum to see this year's concert, British indie pop band Bastille. The show is part of the Wild World Tour, promoting their latest studio album of the same name. Bastille also welcomed Mondo Cosmo, an up-and-coming name in the world of indie rock, as their opening act. Although the concert is just one night, ACBU event staff members like Leslie Crawford were more than excited for the months of work and planning to be over.
We did a lot of prep work with marketing and everything else, getting Bradley's ideas on what concerts to pick, so that was more interesting. But actually preparing for it and being here for the day of gets us even more excited. I cannot wait to finish helping and just relax and watch the show. I'm very excited for it.
Bastille held true to their tour name and certainly gave a wild show indeed. From the Renaissance Coliseum for BUTV News, I'm Sean McGinnis.
What alumni Bradley team will be coming back? Find out next with Pablo.
The Hilltop has cool events this weekend, and we have the details. Stay tuned.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise. And be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, Jackie, it's sad to think about, but you're going to be an alumni this summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot actually happening for alumni on the Hilltop.
Yes, and actually it has just been announced in recent news. Just announced last week, the Always a Braves team, basketball team, will be returning to defend their Midwest title from last summer's run in the basketball tournament. However, this year, they'll be able to play in a familiar place come tournament time.
I'm very excited to be here today and announce that the 2017 TBT Midwest Regional will take place here in Peoria at Renaissance Coliseum on the campus of Bradley from July 15th to 16th, 2017.
Named tournament TBT brings back alumni to compete in a series of basketball games while raising money for their respective schools. Bradley's Always a Brave team will hope to provide a great experience for both the hometown fans and themselves as they get to play at Renco for the very first time. On Saturday, the women's softball team opened up their season at the brand new Louisville Slugger Sports Complex, hosting MVC opponent Missouri State. Even though the attention was supposed to be for the Braves, the Bears thought otherwise. In the top of the first, Missouri State's Haley Vigneault and Bethany Sellinger drove in two off of Bradley's Emily Visnick to hop on the board first. Braves strung together 5 hits but stranded everybody, leaving 6 runners on as the Bears were all over the Lady Braves, taking this one 4-0. Lady Braves are back at home this weekend with a doubleheader against Wichita State Shockers. The men's golf team teed off in Bloomington this past weekend in the 2017 Hoosier Invitational. After a slight second-place lead against Charlotte on Saturday, the Braves lost their stroke just a tad, but still took home third overall out of the 14 teams. Highlights include sophomore Michael Mounts shooting 2 over 73 and junior Matt Speck earning his second top 10 finish of the season. The team will head to Nashville next weekend, hoping to get off on the right note in the Music City. And as we transition into the new month, it's that time again to vote in this March edition for Athlete of the Month. Let's take a look at what Braves you can vote for this time around. And a nice list that starts off with the golf team's Ethan Brew, who earned MVC Player of the Week during the month. Next ace in the hole is Ali Skasha on the women's golf team, who posted an average stroke of 75 in both spring break invitationals. Then on the mound, we have Cole Cook of the baseball team, who boasted a 4-0 record with a 2.08 ERA last month. And finally at the plate, it's Caitlin McCarron from the softball team. The senior from Oregon posted up video game-like numbers with a .460 batting average, .860 slugging, 7 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 homers in just 17 games. Boy, that was a mouthful. And to remind fans, you have until tomorrow at noon to head on to the Bradley Braves Twitter page to cast your vote. Briefly, in other sports news, the men's baseball team returns to Peoria for a weekend series with the Milwaukee Panthers. Both track and field teams head to ISU for the Redbird Invitational. And the women's tennis team will be putting in some miles visiting Evansville, Indiana on Saturday and Carbondale on Sunday for a match against the Southern Illinois Salukis. And with that, folks, that is this week's Sports Report.
Lots is happening on the Hilltop.
Yeah.
Every week the list gets longer.
It truly does.
It's getting more and more packed too, and of course, you know, gotta touch on what we were talking about earlier though with graduating. Jackie and I think we're under 40 days now though too, not to distract from sports, but it's happening.
Yep.
It's not like we're counting down or anything.
Looking for plans this weekend? We got that up next.
And later we have a rather great performance to a song you might know.
it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do It Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Now let's take a look at some events on the Hilltop this week. Students have arranged to have a thought-provoking conversation about Donald Trump's presidency up to now. Students of any political affiliation are encouraged to attend. This event will be held April 6th at 6:30 p.m. in the Garrett Center. This week, ACBU will be presenting Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The story explores an alliance that's plotting to steal Death Star's plans. Will they get away with it? Find out when the movie starts on Friday, April 7th at 8 p.m. In celebration of the LGBTQ+ community, the Hilltop will have a Pride Prom that will be nothing like the average high school prom. Enjoy a night of dancing, food, and more. The prom will be held April 8th at 7 p.m. in the Alumni Center. Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Jackie Myers.
I'm John Collin.
I'm Pablo Iglesias.
I'm Kiana Baylor.
And as I forgot to mention earlier, I'm Sam Kohlmeyer. We leave you tonight with a performance from Lauren Jones and Reggie Rappis. Get hyped, it's great. We want you all to have a great evening.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect doctor, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back. Place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along. Voice inside sings a different song. What's wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know. It's beyond that line, what's beyond that line?